So let's take a look at the origin of this thing called COVID-19. At the beginning, we were told about the coronavirus. The word corona means crown. Most people don't really associate crowns with themselves, but the angels of God all have crowns that they cast before him in order to show their gratitude for what he did for them. So the coronavirus means the crown virus, and it was followed up with an official name by the WHO, World Health Organization, and they decided to call it COVID-19, COVID-19. So if you take the letter C and you look at it as the third letter of the alphabet and you look up the number 3 in the Bible, it means the angel of the abyss. The angel of the abyss personified is the serpent. So the word ovid means sheep in Latin. It's from the root ovis. And the number 19 in the Bible means slaughter. I wonder if there are any odds that could cover the base that the Vatican is a serpent and there is a sheep going in the mouth of the serpent and God's angels make up that sheep. And COVID-19 happens to translate in what I call the language of angels, which the Lord has taught me to read. It translates to angel of the abyss, sheep slaughter, or angel of the abyss, angel slaughter, since the sheep is made up of a bunch of angels. So now, the angel of the abyss personified is the serpent. So the personification of a supernatural entity, the angel of the abyss, the personification of it is the serpent race. Well, the Vatican's a serpent. And what's happening? Well, the angels are going in the mouth of the serpent and they are being turned into male and female reproductive systems. And then the number 19 means slaughter. So you literally have a serpent slaughtering a sheep, and that just happens to be the name of the crown virus, because God's angels have crowns. Well, if it wasn't so perfectly written into the Bible in Isaiah 14, when Lucifer said, I will arise, Allah, the word arise is Allah, I will Allah above the princes, the stars, the princes of El, the Almighty God. He said he will exalt his throne. Exalt means to breed worms above the angels of El, the Almighty God. How are you going to breed worms? Well, the word throne means flesh. By using the flesh as a trap for God's angels. Now just look at all the stuff that's out there in the public domain. Look at Prometheus, where he gets infected and one of his eyes has a worm in it. Look at Michelangelo, the Medici Castle. There's a bust of a human with its head missing and there's a worm in it. Look at all the other variations in the movies that are just so obvious now. It's absolutely ridiculous because they shove it in front of us all the time. But who would have ever thought that the human host body was nothing but a breeding apparatus, which is exactly what Lucifer said he would use the flesh to breed worms to destroy God's angels. I'll say it again. Isaiah 14, if you just break down the words and look at the imagery and look at what's available by the outward manifestation of the serpent race, it's very easy to see. Lucifer said he will arise above Allah, rise above the stars, which are the princes of El, the Almighty God. How is he going to rise above them? And it says, exalt his throne to breed worms using the flesh. So when you get a host body, you are attached to the eternal abyss, and Satan is the king of all the locusts from the pit, and now he's your daddy because he's the father of the flesh. Our God in heaven is the Father of spirits. But if you get born into the flesh, now you're attached to a worm. Now just look at all the different movies and look at all the different manifestations. It's terrifying. Why do you think the Lord said, I will restore to you the years the cankerworm is eaten? Now you know what COVID-19 is really about. To destroy all the angels using some kind of a cover. And the cover is the host body system. It's just stupid obvious at this point. Now look at all the variables, or look at all the variants. Just go down the list. Omicron. Look at Omicron. What does Omicron mean?
So here you are, the stranger in Omicron, conqueror of demons. The survival of your soul is at stake. The only way to save your soul is to kill Astaroth, but nobody knows where he hides.
Then go look at the other variants. There is no way that they could all reflect such a horrifying agenda. So when you look at Eris, the variant Eris, the goddess Eris, and the apple Callisti, and Discordia. Look at the variant Flirt with the capital F and the L and the little I and the capital R and T, and what those translate into in the language of angels. Look how they keep putting out new names. So it goes from coronavirus to serpent sheep slaughter to Omicron to Eris, which is Discordia, to Flirt to KP3 now, Bama. I will breed worms in the flesh to destroy God's angels. That's what Isaiah 14 really says. I will use the host body, the flesh, to breed worms to destroy God's angels. Why do you think Justin Timberlake has a video where he has his own doppelganger and he ends up in the trunk of a car with worms eating him? Because that's exactly Satan's agenda. Okay, wake up, folks. The time's here.